as you can see, right immediately after knitting, this pocket is a bit out of shape. This one I've blocked by pulling it exactly to the sides, wetting it first of course, and then letting it dry after pinning it down to the sides of the pocket opening. Here it pulls in and it is slimmer. You will also sew on a button that fits your buttonhole, the small one. I've made it with thread, as you can see here. I will have these tails. First I check if everything is neat, yes, and then I will look where it wants to go so as to not disturb my knitting stitch that is visible. Let me show you. I can open it up a bit and I can see that this one looks better if I pull it downwards. Go one stitch downwards. I pull it out here. Here I will do I will place it so that it actually grabs a bit, and then I put it in the other direction and I cut it. Let's do the last one too. And here I see, when I say I see where I want to go, if I would put my tail in the other direction here, it would distort the stitch. I see that here it looks more natural if I go in this direction. So I will go in and somewhere out here, not too far. This is not a long tail. Try not to pull to not distort the edge. Here again, I will do one off. I lost it. I don't want to cut it now because it would just hang in there. I want to make actually to anchor it somehow. And now this I will much easier just weave in there. And of course I will sew my button on. To find the best position, I just check the hole. Oops. And I see where I need to sew it on. And the flap will be blocked. All the little wonkiness, I will try to address it while blocking. This edge, for example, could have been worked a bit more neater, but blocking is a good friend. Also, here the corners, I will give a bit of attention by bringing my pins in a way to bring this out and this a bit in, so that this doesn't come into visible corners. You can see I will block it out to the measurements of the pocket here. I washed it. I sew on my button. You can see it's not at all wide. I try now to give it a bit of more width. I will button it down, and now I'm pushing in a bit the corners. I want to let it dry in the shape I want. Here it's a bit wonky. Actually, probably better to pin it out a bit like this. I don't like to force my knitwear when I block it. Often I just lay it flat, put it into shape by just pulling. Here I'm sure I will not like the little points that the pins are going to make, but I can just wet it slightly at the end and get rid of them. So, and here I'm pushing these corners slightly in, and it already looks much nicer. It's not very symmetrical, this needs a bit more, but you see, in the end it just depends how neurotic you are with these things. And the little marks here left by the pins, I will look at them after it's dry and pat them in shape too after wetting them a bit. The main idea is that the pocket flap will be in a nicer shape. I did the same to this one.